Very rarely in horror movies do women just die. They're punished. They're punished for being sexual, for being loud, for being curious. The message is simple. If she just followed the rules, she'd still be alive. I'm Therese, founder of JS Media, creator of Red Pill Nation, and the newly released series Witches, Horse, and Rebels, which is available to watch now. Click the link in the bio. This is the horror trope that blames women for their own death. And it's been haunting cinema for nearly a century. To understand this, we have to go back, way back, to the roots of horror itself. The early 20th century gave us silent films like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Frankenstein, where women weren't characters, they were moral lessons. Curiosity led them to danger, and desire led them to death. This was not accidental. The 1930s and 1940s were obsessed with the fallen woman. Hollywood's moral production code, known as the Hays Code, explicitly banned the sympathetic portrayal of women who were considered immoral. Women who broke sexual or social rules could not live happily ever after. So she didn't. She died, usually beautifully, and always conveniently, before the credits rolled. By the 1970s and 80s, the sexual revolution had changed women's lives, but horror films did not keep up. The slasher film was born in this era, and with it came a new pattern. The sexually active girl dies first. The quiet, virginal girl survives. Carol Clover coined the term in the 1992 book Men, Women, and Chainsaws, the so-called final girl. She noticed that while these films appeared to be about male killers, they were really obsessed with female sexuality. Every scream, every stabbing, every shower scene was a warning.
Somebody there? Please, God.
This is God.
Girls who enjoy sex die. Girls who stay pure get to live. The horror genre became a morality play, an allegory dressed in blood and latex. It told young audiences that sexual autonomy isn't just immoral, sexual autonomy is fatal. Here's where it gets even darker. The audience isn't just watching these women die. They're invited to participate in it. The male gaze in horror, a term coined by Laura Mulvey in 1975. It means that the camera sees women the way men see women, as bodies to look at, not as people, not as human beings. And the viewer becomes complicit, positioned as both the predator and the judge. This gaze conditions us to think, well, she should have known better. She shouldn't have gone upstairs. She shouldn't have worn that outfit. She shouldn't have trusted him. This isn't just a horror trope. It's a cultural training exercise in victim blaming. But the horror genre didn't stay static. By the late 90s and 2000s, filmmakers started to push back a little bit. The film Scream mocked these rules.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex. Big no-no! Sex equals death, okay? Number 2, you can never drink or do drugs. No, the sin factor. It's a sin. It's an extension of number 1.
Jennifer's body flipped the power dynamic. Get Out exposed the racialized dimension of victimhood. And Promising Young Woman dragged revenge into the daylight, forcing audiences to confront what justice really could look like for women. These films didn't just make fun of the horror trope, they exposed the culture that created it. They asked the question, what if a woman's pain isn't just spectacle? What if her pain is the story itself? When women are blamed for their own suffering, whether in horror or in real life, it's not storytelling, it's social conditioning. But when we take that narrative back, when women write, direct, and reframe their own deaths, the story changes. Because horror doesn't have to punish women for merely existing. It can reveal the real monsters, the systems that taught us that we deserved to die.